Hey everybody, KC here. So I was just reading an interesting story in the New York Times, and it's entitled Why Out of Work New Yorkers Are Starting Cooking Businesses. And basically it's the story of people who did a number of things, most of them in the food business. And when their restaurants shut down, they decided what they were going to do. You know, they could file for unemployment, but they also thought, we can start businesses from our own kitchens. So like there's a woman who's really, really good at making pizza. So she's just started making pizza in her neighborhood. You know, she puts the little signs in lobbies, puts her phone number, here's the price list, here's what I make, boom, sells it that way. There was somebody who's doing goulash, okay? He liked making goulash. Somebody else who's making flan. And they're taking their specialties, and what they're doing is they're creating these little mini businesses because these are the kinds of things they can do from their home. And this is, first of all, it's great because it's entrepreneurial, right? But the other thing it makes me think about is how many people are out there that are food professionals who at this time, they're out of work, and yet there are supermarkets out there that are trying to figure out, okay, we've had a great first quarter, we've had a terrific second quarter, we think we're probably going to have a great third quarter and a fourth quarter because, it's going to take time for restaurants to come back. But they should be thinking to themselves, and if they're not thinking about this, they're making a mistake. They should be thinking to themselves, how going forward are we going to continue to press our advantage so we don't lose the market share in terms of people's eating that we've gained during the pandemic? The pandemic's been tough on a lot of businesses, but food businesses, if you're in a supermarket business, it's actually been pretty good to you. And it seems to me one of the things that a lot of them can do is turn to some of the great food people in their communities and say, how can you help me? And maybe it's just finding a chef who is really good at one thing and say, okay, create a line of that for our stores. Maybe it's finding a great bartender or a great sommelier and say, come on, help us curate our wine departments and help us upgrade it so we can be better for our consumers. Maybe it's somebody who makes great desserts or great breakfast pastries. Saying, come on, create a line for us. This is a great opportunity, it seems to me, for supermarkets to upgrade a lot of the things that they're doing in their stores using people who are available. And yeah, those people might actually go back and work in restaurants, but you also might get them to continue to create these lines for you so you can have a better line of food and you're going to be competitive for a longer period of time. This is the wrong time to be complacent, it seems to me. This is the time to find new outlets, new opportunities, new sources of product that can make you better at feeding people. And at the end of the day, that's the business the food stores have to be in, feeding people. Anyway, that's what's on my mind this morning. And as always, I want to hear what's on your mind.